Hello, everybody. Gamers, musicians, people of art, people of non art, those who like sports, those who like to make fun of me, those who like to make fun of other people, those who like to anything. Today, we have a little bit of a different video. All throughout 2025, I've been listening to albums, and I haven't listened to the most in the world, obviously. Nobody has, not yet, not ever. I listened to quite a few, and today we are going to be ranking them. So, as you can see, we have a pretty good system going here, and we're just going to get straight into it. So, at the bottom of the tiers, we have probably would rather go to war. Self-explanatory. I do not want to listen to this again, either because I thought it was bad or I just don't vibe with it. Passing the bar, minimum. Like, yes, it is an album. It's better than, or I am more willing to listen to it rather than to go to war. Average expectance. This is what I would expect for this artist of an album of their caliber. Nothing really out of the ordinary for me. Don't really know if I would like it or not, dependent on other albums, as I'll explain in here. Regular kickbacks, these are ones that I'm regularly kind of listening to. Maybe they're not my favorites, but I put their songs on or their albums on in the background, and I don't mind them. I like them to a degree. And this last category, So Beautiful, Please Let Me Be Yours. Now, we know what this means, so I'm not really going to get into it. Yeah, let's go ahead and start. OK Computer. Maybe. OK Computer. It's going to go in regular kickbacks. That was the first album I listened to last year, 2025. It was in, like, right at the beginning of January, so it was cold out, it was depressing out, and if you know anything about this album, it's cold and depressing, which made for the perfect vibe. I really love Letdown, even though it got popular right at the beginning of January of last year. No Surprises is always good. I like just putting on these songs in the background. I was literally listening to Electioneering on the way home from school today. Next. Lucky, Watch My Back. So let me give you guys a little bit of a context story. This album sucks. But in all reality, there's one song called Sunset that I thought was going to be on the album. It has the same cover art as this album, but turns out it was never on the album. There were like 3 songs out of the like 15 that I enjoyed, which is not a high percentage. I put myself through hell listening to this. MF Doom, food. Now, I'm going to put this in regular kickbacks. I would say So Beautiful, Let Me Be Yours, but I don't think there's enough songs that I continuously play off of the album. I'm not listening to like the whole album front and back consistently enough for it to be put in So Beautiful, Please Let Me Be Yours. But it's pretty good. I like it a lot. I like putting it on in the background. I like, just the complexity. MF Doom, passed away like 6 years ago at this point, but it goes to show this music still holds up. That's what I really like. Beef rap, Rap Snitches, those kind of songs, those are my favorites, but I would recommend that album. And everything that you see in here, if it's average expectance or above, I'd say listen to it. Next, Hunky Dory, David Bowie. Now, my girlfriend actually told me to listen to this, and so I did. I don't have any other basis of David Bowie. I know. This album, it was about as much as I expected from David Bowie, right? I haven't listened to Ziggy Stardust. I haven't listened to any of his other stuff. I can't even think of it really right now, but this is about what I would expect. It's not a bad album per se. It's maybe not the most for me, but if it's playing like in the background or somebody else puts it on, I'm not gonna get upset. The Sacred Souls. Now this one I'm gonna put also in regular kickbacks. This is from my buddy Wyatt. Shout out Wyatt. This is self-titled. Really good. If you had no idea that they were just releasing music, or you had no idea what year they were making music, you would think this is old. like much older, but consistently good track list, good kickback as the tier suggests. It's just overall like a good experience to listen to. Themes of love, themes of like trust, themes of just like knowing yourself. It's a good, chill, laid back album. Alright, death metal. Panchico. I gotta make sure I say that right, because otherwise I'm saying a slur, and I do not want to be saying that. This album, I don't care if it's popular. I don't care if everybody was already on this hype in 2016. I was on it 9 years later, and I love it. It is such a beautiful story. If you don't know the story, somebody found a CD of this album, but the songs were rotted, so you could like barely hear them. And I'm pretty sure the band themselves kind of reprised the music. They were like, all right, here we go. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to not remake, but we're going to make sure the album is able to be released. So that was really cool. And it's just a different vibe than what I'm used to. I typically listen to rap albums. I like rap, hip-hop. That's like my main genre. I have a lot of rock background from when I was young, growing up, like metal and rock. So overall, like great, just beautiful experience. I think every song at some point has been my favorite. Right now, it's the death metal. So that's awesome. J Dilla Donuts. Now, typically, you would think that I'd put this in either average expectance or regular kickbacks, but there's something about this collection of beats, this like mixtape essentially. There's so many songs, but they're so digestible. You can just like pick up and go for like a minute to 2 minutes max of just how J Dilla approaches music. And this was also around 2006, and if you can't tell by the album cover, he has a Detroit Tigers hat on, so shout out Tigers. I love my Detroit teams, so that's always cool. But my buddy Rain, shout out if you're watching. I don't know how you would be, but shout out if you are. She recommended me this album so long ago. Like probably 5 years ago at this point. But like I finally listened to it, and it took me a little bit, but I just kind of fell in love with a beat tape. You know, he's just pouring his music out. He doesn't care about critics. He doesn't care about reviews. He doesn't care about any of that. It's just what he loves to do. Cocteau Twins, Heaven or Las Vegas. I'm gonna put this in regular kickbacks. My girlfriend also wanted me to listen to a Cocteau Twins album, I'm pretty sure. Or she played a few Cocteau Twins songs, and I therefore picked an album and listened to it. This one's pretty good. The vibes are set. You can just kick back regular. I like putting this on in the background when I'm driving a lot, because I don't have to focus too much on the lyrics. I can just kind of chillax, focus on what I need to focus on. Great sounds. I like the guitar a lot. It's actually very similar to what I'm going to say about the bends later on, but the guitar is, they're very continuous and very like similar for the guitar throughout the whole album. But I prefer it in this. I think they did a great job of just letting it kind of play. Nothing much more to say. Radiohead, Kid A. Now, I don't know whether to put this in regular kickbacks or average expectance. I think actually I'm going to put it in average expectance because Radiohead, you hear about Radiohead, it's the loser Virgin music, right? I mean, yeah. But still, Kid A is something that's to be expected by Radiohead with their unique sound and their like creativity, but it's also just good. I like it a lot. National Anthem, motion picture soundtrack. What's the really sad one? Oh my god, I'm a fake fan. I literally have to search it on my phone because I do not remember the name. Everything in its right place. That is what it is. That one's a good one. How to Disappear Completely and Idiotique. Those are really good. I really, really like those. Overall, with the album, it's in average expectance because I'm playing other Radiohead albums more in my kind of routine. This one, it wouldn't be the first, but it wouldn't be the last. Timely by Henri. Oh, what a beautiful album. I love every song off of it, every step of the way. This is, oh my god, if I could have this on record and CD, that would be so amazing. This album is like peak summertime 80s Japanese pop music. Oh, it's such a great album. Like, I only have positive things to say about this album. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on about how beautiful Henri's voice is, or even just the instruments used, but I think what made me fall in love with it is it really took me out of where I was physically and mentally, and just put me in a landscape of like, all right, now we're on the beach, now it's summertime, like it's beautiful out. Oh my god, I could go on and on about this album for so many hours, but I'll keep it brief, I'll keep it short. Henri is like one of my new favorites of all time. I Am Music, Playboi Carti. This is a regular kickback for me. Now, I know, Playboi Carti, he's done terrible things. We've been waiting, and yes, I say we, 5 years, 4.5, for an album. Some of them are catchy, you know? Some of them are catchy. This is definitely bottom of the regular kickbacks. But I mean, like, listen, it's something new. You just need some good old songs that you can, like, know the words to and just jam out for a little bit. I like it. Like I said before, I'm a rap hip-hop guy, but not in the sense of, like, boom bap, like, oh, this is real rap. Like, come on. I can appreciate the classics, but we should also give mind for the new stuff. I Am Music, I love how just ridiculous Swamp Izzo is on this album. I love it. I haven't listened to Tyler the Creator's Call Me If You Get Lost yet, but it's very much similar to DJ Drama on that one. Charlie XCX, Brat, I mean, come on. I have this on CD. This is a great workout album. This is a great... Hold on, let me say that again. This is a great workout album. This is a great chillin' album. This is a great party album. This is a great album. Come on. It's Brat, you know? Who cares if it's popular? Who cares if you like it? I like it. It's really fun. It's really good. There's a reason why so many people like it. Melancholy by Sylvia Plath, I'm pretty sure. Wow. Talk about a gloomy album. I listened to this, I don't remember the day particularly, but I remember what it was like outside. It was foggy and it was rainy, and I was at my job until 7 p.m., so it was like the cusp between dark and light out. Not like sunset, but when it gets all gray and you can't tell when the sky's really setting, that's kind of what it was like outside, and probably the best time to listen to this album. I don't have it on regular kickback, because I'm not listening to it too much, but yet again, if it's something in the background, yeah, like, there's nothing much else to say. If you like gloomy songs, if you like slower paced songs, if you like experimentation with, like, bedroom songs, I do recommend that album. It's okay, you know? Not my personal favorite, but it's okay. Not a great chaos. Oh my god. More Chaos. I know the album cover is small, but this album kinda disappointed me. And the only reason why I say that is because his previous album, A Great Chaos, is one of my favorite albums of all time. Oh, just everything I've been looking for in a new age rap album. Here's to say, More Chaos, it just doesn't hit to the same effect, and that could be personal bias, but I saw myself not liking too many more of the songs than, like, usual. Obviously, there are some ones that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna daily listen to these, but it doesn't hit the same. It's sad. It's so sad. Anyway, let's move on. Wild Heart by Current Joys. I'm debating top of Regular Kickbacks or bottom of So Beautiful. We can play around at the end with this, but I'm gonna put it at the top of Regular. I'm gonna put it at the top of Regular Kickbacks. This album, I had known like 2 of the songs beforehand, and I can't really describe the vibe that they give off. I don't even know what to call it. I would say rock, but it's like a muted, muddy, maybe progressive rock. I don't even know if I'm saying anything productive. I might be saying like total nonsense right now. It's a pretty good album. I like it. I highly recommend it. It's really good for background stuff, or if you're just trying to chill. This is a great album. I recommend it. I don't think it's super long either. I think it's like 45 minutes, which you have a lot of people who are like, oh, that's too long of an album. Shut up. Just shut up. What do you mean 45 minutes is too long for an album? That's like, if not average, on the shorter end. Now, I get it. Albums that are like pushing an hour, like 5, I'm like, okay, we need to settle down. But I'm vibing for like a 55-minute album. Like, that's a little bit on the longer side for me, but 45 minutes is not short at all. That's a decent amount of time for an album. A short album would be like 30 minutes or like 35 minutes. So I understand there's not much variation between that, but come on. It's another one of those that the album cover really just kind of immerses you in the world, even if you don't like get it, or not get it, but if you can't make a connection in your mind, it's absolutely okay. New York City is a really good song off of that. Probably one of my favorites. The Bends. It's Passing the Ball. I have beef with The Bends by Radiohead. For one, all of the guitar sounds the same. And I know I said earlier for Heaven in Las Vegas by Cocteau Twins that that's a good thing. Not in this case. I just, it's mind-numbing. The same thing over and over again for I don't even know how long. It feels like an hour and a half. Probably only like 50 minutes. But okay, so personally, my family, my mom and my girlfriend, they played like half of the album, or I hear like half of the songs constantly. They love it. I hear half of the songs constantly. So for those songs, they got old really quick. I found myself kind of forcing myself to sit through them. The other half, they're fine. Just as a good song. I like My Iron Lung, Big Plastic Trees, or Black Star, or The Bends. Oh my god, the self-titled track, I can't stand it. If you have beef with me about The Bends, put it in the comments below, because I feel that guitarist, Johnny whatever his name is, it's not a pleasant sounding guitar. I personally do not like it at all. There, I got my steam out. Let's move on. Big Smile by Greer. Now, Ricky, if you're watching, shout out you. He recommended me this album, and I quite liked it. It's a different vibe, a smaller band, really small band actually. I'd never heard of them before, but I like what they brought to the table. Demolition 9's a great song. Omnibus, that is a great song. Omnibus is a great song. Fighter Pilot Eats a Lemon, that's pretty good. I know that the names sound crazy. There were a couple that I didn't add to my liked on Spotify. Test Virgin Opposites, She Knows, and Audio 77. I don't remember them, so it was probably just a thing of they didn't vibe with me in the first place. But yeah, this is on Regular Kickback. I'm listening to those songs like quite a bit. Probably will listen to the album again like through, but for now it's at the bottom. Wolf Girl by Machine Girl. So debating putting it in Kickbacks or Average Experience. I am gonna put it next to David Bowie, Hunky Dory, because Machine Girl, I knew they did electronic technical music, but I had never listened to one of their albums before. This is my first and only album currently that I've listened to by them. I quite liked it. You know, just because it's an average expectance doesn't mean that I didn't like it. It's just honestly what I expected. But I quite liked it. This is a good workout album. I'm not working out, as you can see, but when I was, I put this album on and it was really enjoyable. Machine Girl, I've heard, is just like crazy, like in your face, and this album did not disappoint. But at the end of the day, I haven't like listened to it front and back, just some songs here and there, so that's why it's going in average expectance. Korn, Life is Peachy. Caden, shout out you if you're watching. He recommended me this album. He loves Korn, he loves Tool, Deftones, that sort of vibe. He really likes his rock and metal stuff. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the fact of rock albums, because The Benz is also here. I don't know if I like them in album form. I mean, obviously there's Twist, and that's funny, but apart from that, there was really only a couple of songs that I actually like enjoyed and like could listen to outside of the album. A lot of it was just like, yeah, okay, like I expect it, but I don't really vibe with it. There were a couple hits for me personally, mainly Mrs. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know Nigo, Nigo. You ain't gonna catch me with that one. This album, I don't know if I was surprised. I'd been wanting to listen to it for a while. It came out a couple years ago. I mean, there's some songs like I go back to and I'm like, man, this is pretty good. But then there's other ones that I listen to that I'm just like, maybe it didn't hit as hard as I thought it would, or maybe it just isn't my jive. But I mean, that's what happens when you have a collaboration album. DJ Khaled is the worst example of a collaboration album because he's not making any of the music. But in this case, as far as I know, Nigo is a producer, so he produced a good chunk of the tracks, and I could tell even without listening to his previous stuff, because of people like A$AP Rocky and Tyler the Creator on his album, and even Pop Smoke, who passed away in 2020, you can tell that he made these beats for these people, or for people he thought that would be good on the songs, and it was just a mashup of like, hey, this is me, this is who I am, and I gotta respect it. Average expectance, maybe, definitely decent. Bob Welch, French Kiss. This is about what I expected for this kind of album. So, the story behind this one.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Another instance of the album cover really kind of immerses you in the time. I mean, you can see by their outfits, Bob's especially, and the use of red, yellows, and oranges just to kind of signify that sort of sunset heat wave, like 70s vibe, potentially even 60s. There's some songs I listen to on regular, but nothing major. It's like a good every once in a while put on the album and just kind of zone out. Yeah. Found in Faraway Places by August Burns Red. So this is from my buddy Tyler. Tyler, shout out if you're watching. You probably aren't. Tyler, you're probably not watching right now. If you are, leave a comment and say chicken jockey, like you always do. Another one of those things similar to Caden's pick of Life is Peachy. Rock albums, I don't know if I can do them in album form. There's a couple very select ones that I can, and it's just because I've been hearing them all my life, so putting all the individual songs together in a track list makes sense. But there were some hidden bangers on this album. I had listened to like one song before, and of those few songs that I play, or that I liked, I play somewhat on the regular. The rest, I have not heard them since I listened to them that one time. Great ideas, great ambitions. I think if the track list was a little bit shorter and each song had a little bit more variety, maybe even each song was just a tad bit shorter by like 10 seconds, then I'd place it in average expectance, but that's where I'm gonna put that. Bear with me here. Please, I know, I hear the boos, I hear the cries. Weezer Blue Album is an experience. It's not. What am I saying? Blue Album by Weezer, I mean, you either like it or you don't. That's what my girlfriend said. She doesn't mind it, but she's not the biggest fan. Me and my mom love it. Alright? We're virgin losers when it comes to this album. We love it. Also, fun fact, My Name is Jonas is on Guitar Hero 3's track list, and with a controller, I can like 95% of the song. So, I mean, come on. You know, I have this on record, I have this on CD. It really is just like, alright, we want to jam out, put on Say It Ain't So. They're just great songs. There's a reason why it's popular. But it really is just like nostalgia and like core memory for me. Like with Guitar Hero 3, and then like connecting with my mom on this level. So you gotta give me some slack, man. You gotta give me some slack. I forget what this next album is called. Summer's Over by Jordana. That's what it is. Okay. Well, despite me not remembering the album title, this is a regular kickback for me. Another summer banger, even though it's called Summer's Over. Oh my god, so good. Just different, it's lively, the art is cool. I need to listen to more TV Girl and more Jordana, but TV Girl is on this album. I think it was a collab album, but either way, really good. Just short, sweet, vibey, fun, lighthearted. That's all you can ask for in an album. Don't Tap the Glass, Tyler the Creator. Now, this wouldn't have been in my rotation because at the time of this idea of listening to albums, this had not come out yet. It was Don't Tap the Glass and I Am Music that had not come out yet, and actually More Chaos by Ken Carson. Don't Tap the Glass was really kind of a be like, wow, I really like this album. Most of the songs are great replayability. I played a crap ton of Don't You Worry Baby and Sugar on My Tongue. Ring Ring Ring. Ring 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 is my favorite and probably the best one. Funny enough, the self-titled song / like Tweakin', I don't like the self-titled song. I like Tweakin'. Don't Tap the Glass, like the self-titled song, it really just sounds like a stupid football anthem. I can never mind that. I can push that to the side, say the other songs are great. They're pretty good. Yeah, pretty good replayability. And it's short. So for all of you brain-rotted people out there, this is a good one to just fly through. Oh, my sweet. Charm. Calero. Oh, my sweet. My sweet, sweet. Oh, my God. This album. I put off this album for a year because I was lazy. That's kind of bad. But I knew that I would like it weirdly. I listened to the other two Calero albums, but Charm is the beautiful, perfect rendition of those two albums combined. It's jumpy, there's good drums, there's really good drums actually. The piano is nice. Calero's vocals I've always loved. It's also just calm. I listened to this literally on the way to class yesterday. It's like 35, 40 minutes, which is kind of short, but it's beautiful. Every song has a purpose. Every song has a vibe. I love it. It's like Charm, Timely, and this album that I'll mention. If I could marry them, I probably would. Hello, honey, my girlfriend. You might be watching this. It's a joke. It is a joke. Alright, moving on. In Rainbows. This is also a beautiful album. I really thought I would like OK Computer more than this. Actually, I really enjoy In Rainbows. I just like how it's a bit more to it. OK Computer's this drab, wintry album that's sad and it's, good. Kid A's the weird kid in the back of the class who has great ideas but nobody ever knows because nobody ever talks to him. The Benz is this stupid jock that keeps walking around the classroom. bullying everybody and thinking that they're the best. Then there's In Rainbows. In Rainbows is like the perfect kid at school who can get along with everybody, who has their own interests, but they're not going to be opposed to hearing what your interest is. That's how I view it. In Rainbows was really just like a refresher of the Radiohead albums that I'd listened to. Because I get it. Radiohead overall is mostly... It's a nice change of pace for it to be a little bit more happy, a little bit lively. Nothing much more to say. I would put it in regular kickbacks, but like, dude, this album has a grip on me. I'll keep it real. Talking Heads. This is another one that I can't remember the name of for some reason. I know it's Talking Heads. Speaking in Tongues. Okay. So, my girlfriend and I actually listened to this together. It's either average or regular kickback. I put it in regular kickback because I do end up playing the songs like in my car in the background while I'm driving. It's a great car album. It's a wonderful car album, and that's not a diss. There are some albums that work beautifully as like sit down and just listen, like eyes closed, headphones in, whatever. This is a great car album. It's good. I do need to listen to it again fully though, but whenever a song pops up and I have it play out, it's pretty good. SZA is in regular kickbacks. I really like Control. I think Control is a great album. I didn't like every song off of there, but like Drew Barrymore, 20 Something, Pretty Little Birds, Doves in the Wind, and of course The Weeknd. Those are all great songs. I think SZA is just trying to be herself and just make music, and it's very apparent here. You can tell when somebody is just making music because they're trying to get $1 out of it versus just crafting stuff that you enjoy. This is a good background album. It's a good like mixture album. It's a good pay attention album. I like it overall. This one that you see right here. This one. I'm gonna say the title out loud real quick because this one takes the cake for the longest damn album title. Quote, "He has left us alone, but shafts of light sometimes grace the corner of our rooms." Quote, by Silver Mount Zion. I tried to listen to this album while doing my work yesterday and got freaked out halfway through. So if that doesn't tell you how this album really is, and I don't know, sorry to my own mother, but definitely like very Godspeed You Black Emperor-esque. So you might ask, why would I put it in probably Would Rather Go to War? Because War is probably less scary than this album. That's probably the case. Allison's Halo, Eye Dazzler. Now, this is put in average expectance. It's moving towards regular kickbacks though. I'm starting to like it more and more. It's a very like slow rock, kind of misty rock feel. Their first ever album, up until recently, this was their only album, and I found it from like TikTok, I think. I like it. It's really good. A lot of the songs do sound the same, but that is both a blessing and a curse. It's a curse when you're trying to listen to it and pay attention and really digest the lyrics and just the rhythm, but it's a blessing whenever you could just put it on in the background. Everything kind of sounds similar. Yeah, it's great. I really like the album cover art. Really cool. I wouldn't mind owning it for like CD or something, having like a physical copy of it somehow. But yeah, nothing much else to it. If you like slower rock, if you like misty rock, if you like higher vocals that are kind of like faded, I recommend this. Okay, I don't remember this one at all. The title in artist, at least. I remember how it sounded. It was pretty darn decent. The Promise of a Future by Hugh Masekela. I think that's how you say the name. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Me acting like he's watching this. I wanted to listen to something jazzy because, as you can tell by a lot of the albums, it's very rock influenced, very rap influenced. There's not too much variety going on here. I thought it was pretty alright. Average expectance for jazz music. I can't say that I'm regularly playing this music all the time, but I like it. you know, it's a fun little sit back, relax, and just listen to some jazz. I know I need to listen to Miles Davis and all of the greats. I know that. But from what I heard from Mr. Hugh, I thought it was pretty decent. I'm no jazz enthusiast by any means. It really just set me at ease once I started hearing the instruments. Okay, now, I'm putting this album here, not because I didn't like it. That's not for me. Los Gangsters Tambien Lloran by Pablo Chill E. I don't get it. The very basis of it. I liked 4 out of 8 of the songs. I skip them every time. This is in a completely different language. Half of the songs sound the exact same, and maybe just that's because I don't understand what he's saying or any of that. But yeah, I don't hate it, but it's just not for me. That's the basis of it. Not really too much to say. Now, here we have the most recent album that I listened to. I listened to this album at this point a month ago. If we are talking before the nerf, Half-Blood by Slayer is a super ridiculously great transition rage album. Oh my god. Flawless transitions from like Demigod to Sloppy Joe, or from 24/7 to Power 8 or Power 4, or Holding to Death by MP3. Like, it's a beautiful selection of beats. The guy, Slayer, rapping, he has great variation with his voice. In the first song, Love Blur, I genuinely thought he was a white dude singing, but it wasn't. It's this beautiful black man. I love beautiful black men. I love beautiful anybody. I would marry this album. I would. But there's a dark side. And there's always a dark side. Slayer took the album off. I know. I was in shock too. I was actually mid-listening to it in class, or right before class, when he took it off. And you may be wondering, well, why did he take it off? He didn't clear the samples. Why would you put out an album without clearing the samples? It makes no sense to me. I don't get it. What? Half-Blood by Slayer. I really love it. The transitions, the vocals, the like beat selection. Oh my god, it's just beautiful. I put this like the same. Yeah, I put this in beautiful, even though it was the most recent contestant in my list. Now, here comes the fun part, because I was not full screen at all during this. We're going to rearrange these to give the definitive 2025 list of albums for me, from the best to the worst. Let's go ahead. Alright, I switched some things around, and here is the official 2025 tier list. Lucky, dead last. Dead last. I had such good expectations, and they just all fell to the ground. And for that, I do not want to listen to this album again. I put the Mount Zion album in between because I don't like hate the album. Safe to say I'm not going to listen to it. Same thing with Pablo's album. Same thing. I didn't change anything, I don't think, with Passing the Bar, just because they're all pretty much equal. Average expectance. So, from the left is like most listened to out of the categories. Right is least listened to out of the categories. So, yeah, I'm listening to iDazzler quite a bit. More Chaos. Probably Wolf Girl a little bit more than Kid A. But then you see the progression here. And of course there's going to be some bias, but let me know what you would put above what else. Regular Kickbacks. I've been noticing myself playing Wild Heart the most out of all of these. MF Doom is just a great one to relax to. Same thing with Cocteau Twins. I put them kind of equal, funny enough. Real quick, actually, I'm going to put Jordana's album above SZA's, because I catch myself playing Jordana songs much more than SZA's. OK Computer and Greer, they're at like the same. If you would have asked me like in October where I'd put Don't Tap the Glass, it would have been at the top of Regular Kickbacks, because I was listening to it a ton. Not really doing that too much anymore. And, you know, I Am Music is just degenerate music, which I don't mind. Now we get into the top whatever for 8. The top 8. J Dilla down at the bottom. There's a good chunk that I'm I'd rather hear a full song than just a snippet at the time, but that is changing. In Rainbows, you know, I had my moment of fun. Kind of dialed it back a little bit. Weezer's always a classic. Death metal, you know, if I'm in the mood, I'm gonna play it, but I wouldn't be mad if somebody else put it on. Half-Blood, I literally listened to it today on the way to class. Such a great album. Brat, same thing. I'm listening to that album constantly, all the time. 365, 360, talk. Not really talk though. It would be Sympathy is a Knife. That's a good one. Timely. Oh my god. I would put this at 1 if I knew what she was saying half the time. But unfortunately I don't, and it is winter. So at this current moment, I'm putting it at 2nd place. And to dub all albums victorious, Clairo's Charm is my number 1 album of 2025. Thanks so much, guys, for watching and or listening. If you have any comments about the albums that I rated, did you like where I put them? Did you not like them? Give me reasons on why I should change them. Whatever the fact, I don't care. Just do it. Comment. It's free. Clairo is the number 1. Clairo's supremacy. If you don't like it, get out.